There's a lot of resources out there about what to learn, but not a lot on how to learn. Let's talk about how you can find out your style of learning or just try different styles of learning to improve your gameplay. Now, you've probably heard a lot of people suggest things like watching streamers, especially pro players who stream as well, or just diving in and playing yourself. Sometimes that's not always the best advice. It can be helpful if you learn by watching others. But for me, when I was really learning, I struggled to learn from streams. And not every streamer explains their plays, talks through their thinking, or is really focused on helping others learn. So maybe not watching streams is actually a better way for you to learn than by watching streams. In some future videos, I will be getting even more in depth on each of the different styles of learning, different ways that you can learn. But I wanted to bring attention to this because, again, a lot of people don't talk about how to learn. So there's a ton of streams you can watch, podcasts to listen to, videos you can watch like this one, or even just playing yourself. If you aren't quite sure what mistakes you're making when you are playing, then sometimes it can be hard to just rely on trying to learn through playing yourself. One big thing that I do want to recommend to get you started before we go in depth in future videos is try out various things. Try watching different streamers. See if you can find streamers who really explain their plays, or maybe streamers who only play a certain class, or really play a certain style of deck, such as streamers who tend to play more control style decks. Finding those streamers, if you are trying to learn those specific styles, can help you if you learn that way. But again, try finding some different styles as well. In addition to streams, you can also check out the variety of Hearthstone-focused podcasts. Some of those are really great resources for learning certain decks. They might do deep dives into certain topics or deck discussions. You can even check out the weekly podcast that I do, Dr. 3. We dive into a lot of different topics. Or check out the recent episode of Coin Concede that I was also on, where we talked about mindset. You can find that in the description below. But if you aren't checking out streams or podcasts, how else can you learn and improve your gameplay? Well, you can play yourself or check out other videos where you can actually pause, get specific tips or ideas, and HS Replay also has a great tool to be able to go to a specific VOD based on deck criteria and whether a specific deck won in a matchup, lost. You can filter by having coin or not. And again, I'll link that in the description below if you haven't checked out the VOD section for that. And that's totally free, by the way. You don't have to have HS Premium to use that feature. So make sure you check that out. But when you're playing, I'd also like to offer the advice of if you want to try to learn and improve your play just through playing yourself, then one way to do that is really take it slow during your games. Write things down, such as writing down important plays, or even if you have a feature like HS Replay, the deck tracker feature where you can go back and watch the game replay, make sure you save those so that you can use your notes to reference back to certain turns or certain decisions. You don't have a lot of time in-game to make decisions, so sometimes taking just a quick note on something that you want to go back and look at later can go a long way in helping your gameplay. Now, again, I will dive deeper into these in some future videos, but what I'd like to know now is there a certain playstyle that you do tend to like? Is there a certain type of learning that you tend to like? Let me know in those comments below. I'd love to hear those so that I know how I can help you even more in those future videos. But as always, please give this video a thumbs up if you like this, if you got any value out of it, And thank you so much for watching. For even more tips, tricks, and strategies, make sure you check out this playlist here.